The moment Kanye West dropped a song titled Heil Hitler, the Australian government slammed the door shut. The rapper, once praised for innovation and influence, is now banned from entering the country because this time, he didn't just push a boundary, he bulldozed straight through it. But no one expected how far Australia would go, or what Kanye did next to try to fix it. Welcome to Hollywood Hype Room, your go-to for everything rich, reckless, and totally out of control. Today, we're breaking down how Kanye West just got shut out of an entire country over a song that crossed a line nobody expected. Tap like, smash subscribe, and let's get into the chaos.
My cousin is locked up for murder, and I love him. I saw he did a bad thing, but I still love him.
Australia's Home Affairs Minister, Tony Burke, confirmed that Kanye's visa had been cancelled. He wasn't vague. He wasn't guessing. He laid it out straight. Heil Hitler was the tipping point. A song that praised one of history's most dangerous figures didn't just spark controversy, it forced action. Burke said his officials re-reviewed Kanye's record after the release, and just like that, he no longer had a valid visa. Kanye had visited Australia before, multiple times, he had business here, he had fans here. But this time it was different. This time, he brought something that crossed the line from provocative into dangerous. Burke put it bluntly, "We have enough problems in this country without importing bigotry." Heil Hitler wasn't subtle, it was direct. The lyrics praised harmful ideology. The visuals in the music video, primitive, tribal, surreal, and deeply disturbing. Men in animal skins chanting those words like a war cry. The video went live on May 8th, and within hours it triggered global backlash. Even with streaming bans, millions had already seen it. And the album it came from, WW3, was no less controversial. Kanye claimed it was a creative work, but multiple tracks touched on themes of war, destruction, and extremism. It wasn't just one bad song, it was a pattern, one that gave government officials every reason to act. But Kanye didn't disappear. Not right away. After the backlash, he released a new version, Hallelujah. This time the references were gone. In their place, lyrics about faith and forgiveness. Kanye said he was done with hate. He wanted to move forward. But not everyone believed it. Just months earlier, he had declared on air that he liked a historical figure tied to mass suffering. He openly described himself as aligned with those views in an interview with a well-known internet host, one that even the host found too extreme.
I think very three-dimensionally. I don't think in the black and white lines that I've been programmed to think in.
Kanye didn't just flirt with the imagery, he embraced it, loudly and repeatedly. This wasn't a slip-up, it was a pattern. Back in 2022, Adidas was one of the first companies to cut ties. The partnership had made both sides billions, but when Kanye's remarks went public, Adidas had no choice. They ended the deal, walked away from Yeezy inventory, and took a massive financial hit. Legal battles dragged on for over a year. By the end of 2023, both sides quietly reached a settlement, but the damage was already done. And Adidas wasn't alone. Fashion house Balenciaga ended their partnership. Music label Def Jam dropped him. JP Morgan Chase shut down his accounts. Talent agencies stopped answering calls. Concert venues canceled shows. Major festivals erased him from lineups. The industry didn't pause. It purged. And then came the most personal twist. Kanye's wife, Bianca Censori, is from Melbourne. Her family still lives there. According to reports, Kanye planned to visit them, possibly to reconnect and rebuild. But now, he can't even step foot in her home country. Imagine being married to someone, but not allowed to meet their family. Australia didn't make this decision lightly. They've done it before. Influencers, conspiracy theorists, and even athletes have faced the same denial. Their law is clear. If you bring division, you don't come in. Tony Burke reinforced it. Every visa application is reviewed. Even the most basic entry pass can be denied if the person fails to meet character requirements. And glorifying hate? That's a hard stop. A government spokesperson later confirmed the policy. No comment on Kanye directly, but the message was there. Protect the public, block the risk. Meanwhile, Kanye remained silent. No statement, no apology, no response. For someone known for speaking loudly, the silence was deafening. And just when the backlash seemed to peak, another voice entered the conversation. Joe Rogan, host of one of the world's biggest podcasts, weighed in. On a recent episode, Rogan predicted that Kanye would likely stay off his medication even after releasing Heil Hitler. He said, His brain is like a tornado, but that's also why he can make so many great songs. Rogan's guest, comedian Jim Norton, suggested that one day Kanye might regret it all and say, "I was off my medication. I didn't mean any of it." But Rogan disagreed. "I don't think he'll ever go back on," he said. "When he's medicated, he loses his creativity." This isn't a new take for Kanye. During his 2020 interview on The Joe Rogan Experience, he made some stunning claims. He said psychiatric meds made him feel like a shell of himself, that it dulled his mind, silenced his inspiration, and took away what he called God's voice. He even compared it to someone turning off a wild animal's spirit, saying, "The Mustang didn't buck anymore." And the controversy didn't stop there. Kanye also stated he was misdiagnosed. More recently, he told Justin LeBoy that he believes he has autism, not bipolar disorder. He credited his wife Bianca for spotting the signs, saying, "She said, 'This doesn't feel like bipolar,' and she was right." Mental health is part of Kanye's story, but so is accountability. At what point does personal struggle stop excusing public harm? That's the line being debated, and it's not just Australia debating it. Other countries are watching. Immigration experts say that nations like Canada, the UK, and even Germany have similar visa policies. If Australia can shut its doors, others might follow. Kanye isn't just burning bridges, he's facing border blocks. He built his empire by being bold, loud, unfiltered, but that same energy is now boxing him in. What used to earn applause now sparks bans. Brands aren't interested, governments aren't welcoming, and even his closest allies are stepping away. Kanye's empire wasn't built on silence, it was built on spectacle. But that spotlight, it's now showing the cracks. The music is banned, the businesses are fading, and even his legacy feels more fragile by the day. So, if you want the next twist before anyone else gets it, stay locked in. Smash that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and keep riding with Hollywood Hype Room, where the chaos never stops and the truth always hits hard.